Join us on the journey as we hit the road and stretch our legs significantly longer than our normal travel days, including over 530 miles in one day. I bet you're ready to get out of the car, aren't you? But we spiced it up with some pretty unique stops along the way. This stop is definitely not the norm for us. Shame, shame.
This is your idea.
You would have seen a couple videos ago, we had some issues with our front jacks. We are hoping for no problems this morning. We haven't touched this since then. Now it is saying that auto hitch isn't available.
I'm guessing that's probably because we reset everything and it likely lost its auto hitch point.
Makes sense.
So we're gonna have to raise the rear jacks manually, no big thing there. We do have a couple of other concerns today with the weather. There's some storms blowing up. Looks like everywhere we're driving today, we're gonna be at a partial risk for some kind of severe weather, so we gotta keep our head on a swivel.
We're clear for a little bit at least. Once we get closer to Dallas, I want to look at it again and see what else is building behind it.
Okay, we've got a long way to go. So this is a big travel day and we're kind of out of shape for it. We've had a lot of short trips here lately. So we have just a little over 600 miles in total to ride. We're gonna do a little under 500 of that today, but we have an event we wanna be at. It's important, we've committed to it. So we're gonna hammer through. We got a little bit of a chance of severe weather, more in terms of wind. What's really interesting is as we travel north out of Texas into Oklahoma, the wind's at our back, which is awesome for fuel economy and all that good stuff. But once we get about to Oklahoma City, the wind's gonna shift and start blowing to the south, and it's gonna be right in our face for the rest of the trip. Got a lot of stuff done last night so we could leave early this morning. It's a really good time to remind everybody, make sure you're checking those tire pressures every trip. It's warmed up quite a bit since our last trip. We normally set our tires at 110 and they were sitting at 114 and 115 at like 7 p.m. last night. So we did some tire pressure adjustments and we are on the highway. But like I said earlier, heads on a swivel. Might have some challenges today.
Preparation for a few light winds. We did put a little bit of water in the tanks just to help weigh it down a little bit. There's a lot of debate about that out there, but we've always had good luck with at least a little bit of water. That was something that our dealer told us when we bought this Reflection based on where the fresh water tank was. He actually recommended, he's like, put 10 or 15 gallons in the tank on every trip. It'll just make it ride a little better. And I've noticed when we pull with totally empty tanks, the trailer seems to bounce a little bit more, but 10, 15, 20 gallons in the tank seems to help out a lot, especially on a day that's a little bit windy. Now, every trailer is different. I know a lot of people say don't travel with any water. I have seen and verified when we tore our underbelly down, we do have a metal cage underneath our freshwater tank, so I don't worry too much about traveling with a little bit of water, just to hold some weight over the axles. We're there in 40 minutes. We're just going to be in and out of this light stuff. We'll take a look at it again once we get to our first stop. I blame Cody for the reason that we've only traveled 1.5 miles in an hour. We were supposed to be at this next stop about 1 hour 15 minutes ago, and he said, oh, you know what? I think I can hold it. I don't need to go to the bathroom. We were 30 minutes away. This stop is definitely not the norm for us. Casinos aren't really our thing, but I know a lot of people like to do that when they're traveling. And we've used casino parking lots for overnights many a time. Those have turned out pretty great in a lot of scenarios. This is the WINSTAR World Casino, which is the largest casino in the world. What's really neat about it is every section all the way around it is different country. We're not going to have much time to tour it. We definitely want to drive around it and just look at it. But since we're here, we're way behind schedule. Take a quick break, stretch our little legs, little weenie dog legs, take care of some business. And then food is the next agenda. We did bring a lunchbox, but we're going to be on the road so long today, we thought we'll save our lunchbox food. This place, as you can imagine, has all sorts of restaurants from around the world, but they have a buffet. Yet another thing, we're not really a big fan of buffets. I think a little too much about the cleanliness of it. But this buffet is supposed to have a variety of foods and be massive. So I'm game. I really like some of the architecture at some of them. Hopefully we'll get a chance to drive around it. We have an RV behind us, so I don't know how smart it is, but...
The parking's RV friendly. The driving up close to the building, I'm not sure.
They have an RV park here. Let me tell you, I looked it up for kicks. It ranges anywhere from $35 a night.
It's not bad.
To $95 a night.
That's bad.
But it depends on which day you go. But we saw that the parking looked pretty open and empty, so we weren't too worried about it. I'm in no shape to be walking in anywhere.
No.
They're gonna know when we arrive.
Well, I woke up thinking we got like 500 miles to go today, and I thought I'm just gonna be comfortable. I'm gonna throw in some hiking pants and some tennis shoes.
They can take our money or they can't.
Yeah.
Italian, seafood, Mexican, American, Asian, and then the desserts are crazy. Where do you want to start?
Italian.
You don't want a salad to start?
Do you know me at all?
You could probably eat that.
Oh, I see pizza. We're good.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I ran out of room, so we got the Italian section, got some Mexican food, and then I'm gonna go back and hit the American section because I saw brisket and bacon wrapped meatloaf I gotta hit before we go to the dessert section. And I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna drive another 6 hours today after I eat all this, because I'm gonna wanna take a nap.
I got all the shrimp you put on my plate, but I didn't have much room for anything else. Tamales, salmon, creme brulee. I went ahead and just went for it, you know. I wanna make sure there's room. I went to Asia, and you are going to regret not hitting it.
Well, I'm not done. I've got at least one more round to go.
Hot stickers.
Did you get soy sauce?
Egg roll. I got some, I don't know what this is.
That's not soy sauce.
It's something.
I went to Mexico, and I'm a real big fan of the flauta. Look at
Dessert.
that.
Carrot cake.
Carrot cake.
More
Really good.
flautas. I had to go get some more salmon.
No sweets?
Yeah, I got something.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. Tapping out.
No more. I'm out.
Tapping out.
I'm embarrassed of myself, and I'm really, really tired. And we have 350 miles to go.
Shame. Shame.
This is your idea.
I don't know that it's really smart to eat a big meal like that when you have this many miles to run.
It's not.
But I liked it because I like all kinds of food. I like a variety. So this way, it wasn't a cheap buffet, but this way you get to do a buffet and get a little bit of whatever you want.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was top notch. The food was great. I mean, I'm like you. I normally don't get into buffets either, but this is a good buffet.
The ceilings were beautiful. Each section had its own design, and it was just beautiful just to walk around in there.
Yeah, it's a cool spot. Definitely worth the stop off, but I don't know if I would advise it when you're a third of the way in to a 500 or 600 mile travel day. So I'm going to take a nap. I'll see you when we get to our campground here in about 6 hours.
I just woke up from a 15-minute nap. I'm still trying to wake up. I got myself a little treat. feel like I deserved it for waiting for the gas. And Cody's gonna have something snarky to say about my bubble gum. We'll be excited to know they had strawberry big league.
I sent you in for Red Bull. That is it. So we've driven just under 400 miles. We got 150 left to go to get to our stop for the night. We've had a few delays. Obviously the traffic delay got us. Got into a pretty good headwind this afternoon and a lot of traffic. So far we've done 9.7 MPGs. I just reset the other trip to see what we do for the remainder of the trip. You think you're like an old West cowboy? Like, are you pretending like you're chewing skull? Yeah, I can remember chewing that stuff when I was playing like baseball in school, you know. We all want to pretend like we had Redman or Levi Garrett, I guess.
Tobacco.
Yeah. Tobacco's wacky, don't do that.
It's exciting. We crossed from the lowest point of Oklahoma all the way up to the top part of Oklahoma, and we will stop tonight in Kansas.
Angela says I slept for 2 hours. And these roads, when you cross from Texas into Oklahoma on 35, it's rough. I mean, I woke up thinking we were having an accident. The roads were so rough. But apparently I ate enough that it put me in a coma, and I just kind of slept through the whole thing.
All that delicious food. We do have a stop planned tonight in Kansas for one night. And one great thing about Oklahoma is there are casinos all along the route. We had a lot of different opportunities and stops where we could have stopped for free for the night. But this particular one I came across by accident. We really couldn't get a good grasp on what the weather was going to do for boondocking. So we decided to spend $25 tonight for some electricity and water only and hit the road again in the morning.
Concerned about you in places like Lake Nakona, which is past me.
Sounds like everywhere we've been through is starting to get tornado watches and storms and wind and hail, and so sometimes you just get lucky. Today we did.
And I think leaving early helped a lot. I bet you're ready to get out of the car, aren't you?
493 miles down, 38 to go. Now we're in Kansas. We did get into Missouri for a second, so it's still a 4-state day.
It counts, it counts.
It counts. 4-state day.
We at least don't want to have to set up in the rain and the dark, or vice versa. I think we might dodge both.
Our ETA is 7:30, and I think it gets dark right in there, so it's going to be close on darkness. But
Charlie may need a fire tonight. So yeah, I'm a fair weather dog.
You
go again?
West right now.
you can go again?
No,
Okay.
we can exit. Thank you for doing that roundabout for a sign that I'm not even sure that I got on camera.
Now, you know, we'll just take our fifth wheel and just drive circles around the roundabout for a shot. It's cold. What happened?
So the site that we had booked was really wet, really soft, and
Really small.
really small. So since this place was not that busy, we took a pull through that we could find, and we'll go ask for forgiveness in the morning and settle up.
Just a little over 500 miles today. We were in the truck for about 9 hours and 45 minutes with all the traffic delays and that, but we dodged the bad weather. We're happy about that. It is starting to sprinkle, so I'm just hoping I can get a power cord thrown out, get that fireplace going, and we'll see you guys in the morning. Went to the office. We're all settled up on payment. It was $10 a head to get into the museum, which is pretty cool. And believe it or not, the rain has stopped for what may be a 15-minute break. So we're going to try to go out here and see our neighbor.
We expected just a little bitty museum like what's in there, some replicas and stuff that can't be outside, and to walk around the outside, but we're gonna get to go inside.
Big Brutus.
We are on top of a bunch of coal as we stand. All this property through here, there's lots of mining that's been going on. And this played a big part in that. And she said, what, this land now is turned into more of a refuge, animal refuge?
Yeah, wildlife refuge area. It's about 10,000 acres. So Big Brutus would come in and take off the top layer of soil so they could get the mining equipment down to actually get the coal out of the ground. All this thing did was get the dirt off the top so they could get to the coal. And they moved it in here in pieces on a train, and it worked 24 hours a day up until they stopped mining here. And here it sits.
I almost can't see you.
I guess if you were working on this machine and you just needed to get out of the rain, you just stand inside the tracks. The bucket's so big, it's kind of hard to get in frame. Lady at the front desk said that bucket could pull out enough dirt for 2 to 3 railroad cars. It's just beyond imagination.
Big Brutus was constructed in 1962 for a coal mining company through 1974. It was then dedicated as a museum and a memorial in 1985. This machine stands 16 stories tall and weighs 11 million pounds. Big Brutus was designated as a regional historical mechanical engineering landmark in 1987, which is a bit of a mouthful. It was then designated on the National Register of Historic Places in 2018. Whole thing is the reel where the power cable was.
Show me that again, I didn't catch that. How'd the power cable go?
The power cable had to be connected to an external power source. And it had to be it rolled on this giant reel.
How did it roll?
Let's go up.
I think it's cool we get to actually walk around this thing.
I know.
And not just look at the outside and go, okay, that's cool.
Totally worth the cost. This is a pretty cool stop.
It's a great pass-through spot. It said it could rotate 180 degrees. So I guess everything above where I stand is on the rotating portion.
Spooky. That was actually really spooky. Stick your head in there.
What's spooky about it?
It's dark.
Oh, that's all that makes it spooky, huh? Let's see if we can shed some light on the situation.
It keeps going.
Yeah. Oh, wow. 2 35 horsepower electric motors mounted in the center. This is an electric AC motor. Whoa. Pretty significant drip. They definitely need a flex armor roof on Big Brutus. It took 8 500 horsepower DC electric motors to move it. Cable's 25 pounds per foot.
They do give you a little guide that gives you some information on each of the numbers to kind of help you know what you're looking for and looking at.
I mean, I can't imagine sitting here up this high, because from the ground, you're up here, and maneuvering that thing. I don't know what a hoist brake is. But I just pushed it. Apparently there's lots of little lakes and strip ponds around here. A lot of public fishing areas because of it. This is really cool, so if you're in the area, make sure you come see it. As for us, we've still got more miles to drive. We've got about another 150 to ride today to our final destination. So we're gonna go get set up in the rain and hit the highway and hope that we don't get stuck pulling out of here.
Get us out of here, Johnson.
We found the exit inadvertently 3 times, and now that we're looking for it.
We're lost. If you don't hear from us after this, we're in Big Brutus. Once the largest electric shovel in the world, it's now part of a museum and stands as a symbol of hardworking miners and rich coal mining history for this region. All right, now we have to work.
Yeah, it's not much work. A power cord, hit a couple buttons, and gone. You know, not all construction work is equally enjoyable. For example, enlarging a drilled hole is boring, but fastening pieces of metal together, that's riveting.
Bye, Brutus.
Bye, Brutus.
When this video airs, we will be up on Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all those moms out there.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom, from the highway.
After 670 miles total, we dodged a lot of bad weather, but thankfully we got very lucky. I did find out when we got here that there's a storm shelter probably 200 feet from here. There is a benefit to traveling in these high tornadic risk areas. A lot of times they're more equipped for it. There's something to be said for that.
It is a good time to remind everyone as you travel this spring and summer and you roll into your campgrounds, not a bad idea to go ahead and ask where's the nearest storm shelter, where's the nearest safe place, just in case you run into a bad situation, because this is nowhere to shelter. Leave this behind and go get somewhere safe. It's going to be a busy week here. We've got a few things planned, and I do have a project coming up that's probably not a big deal to most people, but it's a big deal to me, and I'm a little bit anxious about it. So make sure you swing back and see that video, and we'll see you guys on the highway. I don't even have a mic on, so.
Oh,
You weren't recording me.
well, you said some stuff.
A lot of food. Better be good. Can you try that again? What was the other thing I was going to get into? Or leave it. Ow. Parking at the Gentleman's Club. Doing overnight. Just kidding.
Check out all this copper. We're rich.
I wonder what the right way to get in here is. Watch your face.
Watch your face.
Legit, watch your face.